Yo, what's up? Welcome to Feelin' It Fridays, where I share with you some tracks that I'm really feeling that inspire me in dance, and hopefully to expose you to some new sounds, some new artists, or really just new ways of looking, thinking, and approaching your dance. This song is called First by Stefan Ringer, or maybe it's Stefan Ringer. If you know the exact pronunciation, please let me know. I would hate to be crushing somebody's name for somebody that I respect their music so immensely. This track is definitely unique, and that's what I really like about it. If I could say anything, there's so many interesting choices of how the sound was chosen or designed, how the drumming was programmed, or how the overall vibe in general is just created. It's unique, and it gets me thinking in unique ways to how I may want to dance to it. The track starts out with this guitar that almost kind of creates its own little call and response, which I really like call and response type of elements in dance music. And the kick drum doesn't keep you super stepping on this 4 on the floor groove, which is sometimes really nice. It's cool to allow other elements to create a sense of consistency and groove inside of dance music. That's where the kick drum can kind of be a driver, or in some cases even syncopated, a surprise that gets you emphasizing a certain part in the song. With the kick drum coming in so broken, it gets you really thinking, how can I fill up these different spaces, but then return yet to the one to be able to push my movement forward and make a story out of this song. As the song progresses past that kind of initial introductory point, you get this bass line that then is also in its own call and response to that guitar line, or whatever that instrument is that sounds like a string. Dun, 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 dun. And you have this bass line on the opposite, and then the vocal comes in, and it's got this super obvious pitch harmony where you have this high pitch harmony over the vocal track, and it's first things first. Like even the melodic line and the attenuation of the vocal on it, it's just interesting. Like I could say it makes me feel this way or that way, but the interesting way that that's done with the synthetic pitched harmony, it's just dope. It has a sense of warmth, but at the same time, it has a sense of mystery and texture, as if it's more of a soundscape, but it's obviously the lead in the song, and it's just sick. And so comes in the most grooving element for me that kind of keeps me pumping through the track as I'm finding other little pieces to hit and to move to, and that's that open hat on the off. And it's just coming through. And as that drives in, you get these other percussion fills, these little surprises like a snap that comes in as almost like a response to the end of the bar. And this mixture of the syncopated kick drum, constant up hat with the calm response of the bass line and the chord, and the vocal floating through it with even more interesting vocal lines where it's not just repeating, but it's changing, where he's like, first things first. I know my vocal performance is horrible, but you just have to hear it. It's so interesting, but there's enough there to keep you pushing through. And if you're having a hard time finding out where the movement's gonna fit in, because everything is so syncopated and there is so much surprise in all the different choices, latch on to that hat that is a little bit more consistent in driving, which what you would get with dance music, and fit the puzzle pieces around that. Yeah, it's not on the downbeat, but you'll be really interesting if you can shift your mechanics to be inside of that versus always looking for that one or on the downbeat. A lot of really cool movement will come from that. Then you have this sweltering bass that comes in with this kind of open or resonating filter that's just whap. It's kind of like a Moog type of filter that just opens up on this bass line that swelters. And that, because it's not a constant throughout the whole thing, and it's just coming in again as another call and response syncopated surprise, it creates so much texture. You can fall in and out of it, and as that filter opens, open up the body and make it bright like the filter as it scratches off the top of that swell. It's just dope. I guess overall, this track is really hard to describe as a human. It's obviously not mechanical, and it's obviously not really electronic, because there's so much of it is just kind of organic sounding, but it's the placement and it's the uniqueness. It's not jazz, but it's not quite dance music, but it is jazz and it is dance music. yo, he killed this. And with the call and response and the interesting syncopation or surprises in the different pieces, it allows enough space for my dance and my movement to find interesting places where I can either fill in the gap or I can sometimes catch that surprise and show something abrupt or show something smooth. The entirety of the track creates such an interesting texture that I apply that to the whole shape and the form of my movement, and I try to put myself in that mind space. I'm not smiling big when this song is playing. I'm in a low-browed, kind of playing it cool, skating through kind of space type of thing where it's first things first, and I'm, you know, working out those little surprises as the song kind of carries on. Yo, he killed it. It was awesome. I hope more of his music comes out like this or returns to this kind of sound at some point with some new tracks. I love this song. So if you're feeling this video like I'm feeling this track, please like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.